Hi, I'm Taylor Franceschelli. I got assigned to chapter 1, and I decided that for my question, I'm going to be a restaurant manager, and I really want my employees to become more marketing oriented and really understand the 6 fundamentals of marketing, because I think that's kind of the core idea of where marketing comes from. So the question that I chose was number 1, and it says, assume you're the manager of a restaurant. Describe the program you would use to make your supervisors and other staff members more marketing oriented, and also show how you would act or model this in this respect. So the first thing that I would like to touch on with my employees and is the 6 fundamentals. I really think that is a huge knowledge of understanding marketing. So for number 1, it's customer needs and customer wants. That is a big thing. Satisfying what your customer needs, what your customer wants is like number 1. It's, if your customer wants a burrito, that's what they're going to get. If they want a burrito with no lettuce, no tomato, no onion, that's what they're going to get, and you need to make sure that's what they get. Then number 2 is continuous nature of marketing, which means going above and beyond and not just stopping at one point. If our goal is to bring in 100 employees this month, then that's our goal for this month, but we can't stop there. We have to keep continuing marketing and continuously growing our marketing campaign to bring more customers in. We can't just stop there. Number 3 is the sequential steps in marketing, and those are very effective. That means going step by step by step, not skipping a step, not missing anything, really going through and focusing on what the business needs in order to make it to the next step. Number 4 is the key role of marketing, and that is your research. Research is really big for the key role because it also includes the target market. And the reason target market is so important is because of social media, technology. If you're targeting teenagers, social media is a big, big thing. If you're targeting the baby boomers are now starting to use and get used to technology and emailing, and if you send ads to your emails and everything, that plays a huge role in marketing. Number 5 is the interdependence of hospitality and travel organizations, which means there's many opportunities for partnerships, many opportunities to do different things. And then last but not least is number 6. I personally think that number 6 is the most important. It's organization-wide and multi-department effort, which means that it's everybody in the business, everyone that has anything to do with the business, employees, waitresses, bussers, staff, anyone above that, the manager, the owner, everyone has something to do with the marketing of the restaurant. It's not just one person, it's not just human resources, it's not just the manager, it's not just the waitresses or the waiters, it's everyone as a whole. And if everyone as a whole has the same idea and the same goals, eventually it will get achieved one way or another. Okay, so the program that I want to use for my employees personally is a seminar. And instead of doing just like one long seminar about everything, I want to do a seminar and break it up into 3 different days. So for the first day, I really think that my employees need to understand the 6 fundamentals of marketing. But not only that, I need them to understand that their relationship with the sale is really, really, really important. If they're going to try and sell this customer a burrito, then they need to know what the customer wants. They need to know the needs and the wants, and they need to know what the burrito comes on the burrito, what we have to offer, all that kind of stuff, really understand their relationship with what we're offering. The next thing I want to touch on the first day of the seminar is social media and technology, because with social media being as popular as it is, almost everyone has social media, everyone's on it, everyone has email, they get ads, they get spams and whatnot. Technology and social media is a really, really big thing. If an employee goes and posts on Facebook like, oh, my restaurant has the best margaritas in town, well then soon, their Facebook friends are going to see it, and maybe their Facebook friends are going to share it, and then their Facebook friends are going to see it, and eventually it could become a worldwide thing. And that is really, really important, especially nowadays, focusing on what we can put on social media. Also, another thing is focusing on the reviews we get. We really, really want to take the time and go through the reviews and make sure they're all good and not bad, and make sure that we all understand what to do to make it better for us. So for the second day of the seminar, I got this from a source that I looked up, and it was an article about employees and like what they can do better. And so I really want my employees to understand that they are the most valuable asset. Whether they realize it or not, they are the most valuable asset to our company. They can promote the company better than anyone else can. They work there, they know what goes on there, they know what food we serve, they know how we cook it. They can really, really do a good job of promoting what needs to be done. We also need to establish our company's goals and organization priorities. So I really would like to have an open discussion with ideas and letting employees come in and throw in their ideas, because I want this to be a company-wide thing. I don't want it to be just the supervisors coming up with, our goal this month is that we want to bring in 5 new customers. No, I need to make sure that all employees are in on all of this. And if an employee wants to do, make it 50 customers instead of 5, I would really like to know that. And I really think it's important that all of us know our goals and our priorities so that we can market effectively and continuously and understand what we need to do, and we're all on the same page. That's really important, so that when we're trying to bring customers in, when we're paying for ads, when people are sharing social media stuff and doing all this stuff, then we all know that our one goal is to bring in more customers for that month, or is to have a fun night, like a karaoke night at the restaurant or something like that, incorporate something like that. We all need to be on the same page. So then next, what I want to do is kind of go into, for the next day of the seminar, I want to talk about how the employees can make it a better experience for our customers. Because when I was researching and stuff, my source 3 kind of came in and talked about incorporating different activities, different things to do, fun things to really get people to remember their experience, to remember, oh my gosh, I love this restaurant because that waitress there is just so nice, and she made me laugh, and she made me feel like I was at home and wanted to be there, and not that I was out at dinner and it's such a struggle being out at dinner. She made me feel welcome. And in my seminar, because I really want this to stick with the people, I want to incorporate activities. So I want to incorporate maybe a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt with little pieces, little papers of food that they can go around the seminar and find, and then take pictures. And when they take pictures, I want them to use the hashtag marketing our food as kind of our brand name. And because social media is so big, I really want to focus on bringing people in through social media. what else? I also just really want everyone to know our main priorities and goals. So at the end of seminar 3, I really am going to go over those 6 fundamentals again and just touch on them. And I also am going to run over like market environmental factors, which I believe are also like a really big part of marketing, because it talks about competitors and the laws and regulations and the economy, which is a really, really big one. If the economy is slow, we're obviously not going to get as many people eating out. Right now, the economy is booming, and all people want to do is go out and spend their money while they have it. Technology is also on that list. Again, very, very important. The baby boomers are now getting into everything. They're getting into technology, social media. It's very rare to find someone that doesn't have a smartphone, that doesn't know what social media is, that has never been on the internet, that has never seen a computer or a smartphone in general. That's very, very rude. Also, I need them to know that society and culture is very, very big. If a friend tells them, oh, don't eat at this restaurant because I had a bad experience. Well, they're most likely not going to go because they're going to take their friend's experience. And they're going to be like, oh, that kind of stinks. I don't want to go there if you had a bad experience. So I really want my employees to focus on making everyone feeling welcome and having a great experience, putting a smile on their face, making them remember something about our restaurant. And then another one, number 6 of the environmental factors, is organizational priorities and goals. And that is just so big. And I love to touch on that because it's one big picture, and we all need to have this one big picture for our restaurant to do amazing things. If one employee is like, oh, I don't want to do that, I want to know why. I want to know their ideas. I want to know what to kind of incorporate into bringing all of that into my restaurant. And my sources did a really, really good job of kind of bringing everything together and helping me understand the key roles of what I need to do, and like helping me put everything together as like one big picture versus like, oh, these are the 6 fundamentals, blah, blah, blah. Like it really helped me, like going into different sources, like really helped me pull different things out of them. So for like source number 1, what I pulled out of source number 1 that helped my presentation and my understanding was that the entire team needs to understand the relationship to the sale. So if, I hand somebody a burrito and they're like, they don't know what's on it, they don't know how I made it, they don't know what kind of tortilla it's on, they don't know anything, and they go and try to sell it, it's most likely not going to work. I really need my employees to understand their relationship to the sell and understand how to sell the product. Also, from source number 1, I took away the social media. Always using social media, getting the word out there, different people posting different things, that kind of things. From source 2, I gathered that the employees are our most valuable asset. I never really looked at it that way, but after reading that article, it really kind of hit me that, wow, employees really are the biggest asset because they know what's going on. They are experiencing it firsthand. And that's really, really nice. And then also source number 2 talks about defining our goals and our objectives. And that's really important because everybody needs to be on the same page for that. And then source number 3 was where I got the tell a story, the experience, making people smile. And that's where I got the idea for the scavenger hunt or like treasure hunt, get people incorporated, get them going, understanding all of that. So overall, I just really want to touch on the 6 fundamentals and the market environmental factors while having fun and getting our product out there. and that's my works cited.